Switching gears, National Security Advisor John Bolton to meet Russia's President Putin at the Kremlin today. Looks like a run-up to a summit, doesn't it? Joining us now, Steve Hilton, host of The Next Revolution on the Fox News channel. Steve, what's the significance, if this takes place, a summit Trump-Putin?
It's going to send the left crazy, of course, because they still can't get over the idea that it was Putin and his interference in the election in 2016 that put Trump in the White House. But putting that aside, it's really important because Russia, of course, is involved in so many of the big geopolitical issues going on, whether that's North Korea, where their role has not been particularly positive, or Syria and the Middle East, again, where their role is not positive. So there's a lot to discuss, and we really need a good relationship. It hasn't been a good relationship, and so a summit might be able to improve it.
And President Trump likes these personal one-on-one meetings. He's met President Xi, he's met Kim Jong-un, he's met some European leaders, and he's met the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. He likes the one-on-one personal diplomacy. Does it work?
Well, I think it's really interesting if you watch how that's going. I think China's a really good example because he seems, as you say, to have that good relationship with President Xi. He talks about him very warmly and positively. He was doing that just yesterday in those remarks that we saw from the cabinet room yesterday. President Trump was very warm about President Xi, but at the same time, he's prepared to take tough action against China on trade and on intellectual property and so on. So he seems able to balance a good personal relationship with quite strong action, and that's exactly what you need with Putin.
He kind of wraps his arm around you and then beats you up with the other hand. I mean, it's a very interesting situation here. Next one for you, Steve, and you know more about this than I do. Uber won that 15-month license to operate in London. They're on probation, I got it. But the Brits could not afford to kick them out completely, could they?
Yeah, I mean, this was a really interesting story. There's no doubt that Uber had a culture that was pretty toxic and negative, did some things wrong. That's all true. And by the way, I should disclose that my wife was a senior executive at Uber as well as Facebook when we always declare that, so I know a lot about what was going on. But on the other side of the story, this was a really political move by the London mayor, Sadiq Khan, when they banned Uber. What he was really doing was sucking up to the taxi drivers' union. And what you really saw going on here was a classic story of the incumbent that was threatened by a new entrant using political protection to try and hang on to its business. And Londoners didn't like it. They liked Uber. And so what you've seen is Uber making some concessions to get this license back, but also a bit of a back down for London's mayor as well.
If they'd have kicked Uber out of London, that would have sent an extraordinary signal to other European cities which would love to do the same, and it would send a message that London doesn't want to be a technology hub. They had to keep Uber.
That's exactly right. It was such a shock when London's been promoting itself. I was part of those efforts when I worked in the government. We called it Tech City. We were trying to promote London as a hub for new startups, and that was going really well. And so this move by London's mayor was a real step backwards. And exactly as you say, it sent a really bad message in terms of London's future economy.
So you are married to a senior executive at Facebook who was previously a senior executive at Uber. May I conclude this interview, Steve, by saying you married well?
By the way, there's one more we need to add to the list, Stuart. Before that, it was Google. I've got the full set.
Wow.
OK, Steve, you may or may not appear on this programme again. Thank you, Steve Hilton. You're all right. Thank you very much indeed, sir.